How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Liberty Hour here with Darren. And I wanted to go ahead and get into the next sports issue here. We were just talking about the Lakers, and we're going to get into some NFL right now. We're going to go ahead and talk about Jarvis Landry. So, overnight, news broke that the Miami Dolphins had given Jarvis Landry and his representation permission to seek a trade. The team is also thought to be looking for a partner willing to acquire the three-time Pro Bowl wide receiver, likely looking for a premium draft pick in return as the minimum compensation. Landry is expected in the next few days to sign the franchise tag Miami placed upon him, a tag that effectively keeps him with the Dolphins in exchange for a $16 million one-year contract. Signing the tag would allow Miami to trade Landry. Earlier this week, the Miami Herald's Armando Salguero reported the Dolphins are likely only going to receive a third-round pick in exchange for Landry, especially with the team having to then sign the receiver for a long-term lucrative contract. He did say a high second-round pick or a player could enter the negotiations, but the Dolphins are likely to want more for the player with the most career receptions in a player's first 4 seasons in the league. Granting Landry permission to seek a trade is essentially telling him he's not in the team's plans anymore, despite head coach Adam Gase appearing to lean toward the team bringing back Landry. So I wanted to get your thoughts on this because you're a Miami fan, Darren. What are your thoughts on the Dolphins trying to trade Landry? Do you think that Landry will want to go somewhere else? If so, why? Do you think he's going to stay? What are your thoughts on the entire thing?
At this position, I think it's pretty close, I don't know what to think, but I do think Landry might be traded off to somewhere else, because I feel like he's been following his agent, because I think a couple months back his agent has been talking down on Miami, but I think Landry might go to the Titans, because I think the Titans over the Bears. I know the Bears are another trade partner that wants to go after Landry, but I feel like he would be a better fit for Marcus Mariota.
Okay. Yeah, I think that'd be interesting to see him go to the Titans, because obviously right now you got two juggernauts in that division with the Jags, and the Titans are trying to get back up there obviously as well. I saw a piece of news earlier that said that the Panthers stated that they were not going to trade for Jarvis Landry. I saw that through NBC Sports. I don't know where he would go. I think I saw Chicago, what you were talking about. As a Niner fan, honestly, I would love to see him go there, obviously, because for another wide receiver. But I don't think that's going to happen. In terms of teams, I think that could use another wide receiver where I could possibly see him going. I think you're right. The Titans could definitely use one. Honestly, they need another quarterback there, but I could see the Jets trying to go after him, which I know obviously wouldn't make you happy. It's the same division.
Oh no, that would.
But
really
they don't have much in terms of receiving right now. They got Decker. They don't have much there in New York. There's a lot of teams that could use a quality wide receiver like Landry. But the thing is, if Landry let's say Landry stays with you guys, you got Tannehill coming back, and obviously they'll start Tannehill. What do you think if Landry stays, your guys' possibilities are of being a playoff team?
No, I think we'll hopefully we can be division leaders, but knowing that Brady is still around, I think we'll be second place in the AFC East and be into the wild card.
Yeah, I wonder what it'll take to get in the wild card in the East this year, because obviously you're going to have the Jags or the Titans, whoever doesn't win that division, that'll probably be a wild card seed there. And then the AFC West is a giant question mark. I thought that was going to be the most dominant division in football last year, and it ended up being one of, if not the worst. It'll be interesting to see what the Raiders can do under new... Or not, what's his name? God, I can't believe I can't think of his name right now.
Gruden.
Thank you very much. Yeah, my head decided to pull a blank there. Yeah, under John Gruden. And the Chiefs, they just got rid of Alex Smith, so he's gone now, so it'll be interesting to see what the Chiefs do. the Chargers are coming back. They had a decent season. See if Rivers can make the playoffs there. I don't know if two teams from that division will make the playoffs unless Denver actually gets their crap together when it comes to offense. But what I will say is it's going to be, I think, between, if Jarvis Landry stays with you guys, it would be between you guys and probably a team like Baltimore to see who would be the second wild card seed in the AFC. I think you guys have got a good shot at it. It's a matter of how your guys' defense performs, but you guys had a decent defense last year. So what it comes down to, I think, is defense and run game, because you guys need a run game there. I know you guys got some quality young guys coming back, but obviously losing Ajayi doesn't exactly help.
Right. I have faith in the running backs we have right now, Kenyon Drake and Damian Williams. I think they're a
Drake
good
combination.
What else I was going to say? Oh, we did pick up Robert Quinn from the Rams.
I saw that
just today, which I think will really help our defensive line. But I've been hearing that they might look to move Ndamukong Suh, which I don't know if they're going to trade him or just release him, because that'll be a lot of dead money if they release him pretty soon, unless they do it. What was it? June 1st?
Yeah, June 1st.
Yeah, which would save them $15 million if they did it that day.
Yeah, and hopefully, I would overall on everything, I would like to see everybody on your guys' team stay, because I would like to see Miami in the playoffs. I think that you guys have such a solid young team with everybody you have there, and with Tannehill going down last year, that obviously pretty much ended it right there. I don't think Tannehill's the best quarterback in the league, but I think a lot of people really disrespect him a lot. I think that he is better than what a lot of people think. A lot of people said, "Oh, they're going to trade Tannehill, try to get somebody else like Kirk Cousins in there and stuff like that." I would probably still rather see Tannehill start, honestly. I know Kirk Cousins is great and all, but I think that he would be more valuable to some other team in the league. I know obviously the people are talking about Nick Foles wanting to leave, but I don't see that happening. I think Nick Foles will stay in Philadelphia, so that doesn't leave a lot of quarterbacks out there that are going to be traded. So which is why I would say that you guys probably will just end up staying loyal with Tannehill, and I think you guys will be okay with that.
Yeah, I'm totally fine with that, Tannehill. But we also need a backup, so I don't know if they're going to look into drafting one early in the first round, like Baker Mayfield or Josh Allen.
What pick do you guys have in the first round?
We have the 11th pick in the first round.
Okay, so you're right after the Niners and the Raiders then when it comes to all the picks. Okay, so the thing is, I feel like Baker Mayfield's going to be taken top 5. The only reason he wouldn't be taken top 5 is because of his attitude.
Right, yeah.
And that's the thing is, he wouldn't be like Manziel. I don't think he would. I think he's different from Manziel in many ways. But I wouldn't want to see him end up being like Manziel's success, which wasn't there. You had
exactly, yeah.
He had a lot of quality in college, but he basically threw it all away for himself. I wanted to actually ask you in terms of players like Manziel amongst others like Tebow and stuff like that. So I think I might have talked to you about this a couple months ago when it came out. I have not talked about this on the podcast yet. I may have touched on it with Royce, actually, now that I look back on it. But I don't think we really talked about Manziel or Tebow much when it came to it. What are your thoughts on Manziel, Tebow, or other players who have not been as fortunate in the NFL going to the XFL when it starts back up in 2020? Do you think the XFL would be something that would be successful when it gets revived in 2020 by McMahon?
It looks like I don't know if it'll live up to its hype, but I think it'll be good with lots of fans looking forward to Johnny Manziel playing football again, especially for Tebow. I would like to see him take another shot at football. But yeah, I think the XFL would be pretty good. I think what is it about the XFL? Do they have like less rules about it? Just
Yeah,
like
so
less rules than
basically,
NFL?
so there's a few things I know about. So yeah, it'd be probably a little less extreme when it comes to the rules aspect. But they actually said in terms of safety, they're going to limit concussions. I think they said they're going to cut it in half to the NFL's rate. That's their goal, anyways. That's what McMahon was stating. Also,
Yeah.
if which is why this makes no sense. So if they start off games like the way they did originally when the XFL was around in 2000, 2001, they literally started off games by having one person start at one end zone, having the other person on the other team start at the other end zone. They would run to midfield, and they'd have to grab possession of the ball for like 3 seconds or something like that. Like, it was the craziest way to start a game. Like, I was reading about it. It's insane because like people would get injured over that. There was like torn ACLs and stuff like that. Players who would just pile on each other. So I don't know. Hopefully that doesn't stay because that wouldn't be extremely safe. That's what McMahon's looking for. But there definitely are less rules, and regardless of the success, I'm not going to deny that it probably will revolutionize something in terms of sports, or at least football. And it probably will have a good amount of viewership for at least a half a season because a lot of people right now, with for many reasons, aren't happy with the NFL.
Right. I think it might happen like what happened before. I think it'll be a short series. I don't know if it'll last long again.
Yeah, I predict it's gonna be like 3 or 4 years this time, and then it'll probably go away. I don't see it lasting much more than 5 tops. I don't.
Right. Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, but I mean, it'll definitely be something that'll be interesting. I'll tune in. I mean, I don't know how much I'll like it, but I'll definitely be interested in it for sure. So we'll have to see. But yeah, I wanted to thank you, man, for coming on. I appreciate getting to talk to you about this on here. It's been a while, too long because I know that we always talk all the time, and I'm glad you were able to come on so we could discuss some of these things live. But yeah, I just want to thank you for coming on, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Thank you for having me, man.
No problem.
I appreciate
we'll have
it. It's
to. Well, actually, you know what? Before I let you go, there is one other thing I want to talk about because I was about to say we'll have to get on Fortnite here after I'm done. But I wanted to talk to you because there's I don't know how many of my viewers play the game, but you know, I'm sure everybody knows at least a little bit about Fortnite, the game. I'm not even a big first-person shooter fan. I really don't have any games that are first-person shooter. But I got Fortnite, and I really enjoy it. I think it's extremely fun. It's based, and I learned this a couple days ago, it's based off PUBG. And there's another game now that I know you like to play called Rules of Survival. It's really interesting, the ideas they had when they came to creating these games. What do you think makes people like Fortnite so much, and what do you think that they could do to improve the game even more?
I think lots of people like it, mainly probably because it's a free battle royale game. And I'm possibly also the building mechanics in the game.
Yeah.
I think that changed up how fun of a game it is for everyone.
Yeah, I agree. And then what do you think they could do to make it better? What do you think they could do to make it better?
Oh, what would make it better? I feel like I feel like they should have less bad guns. Like, I did not like the crossbow. Like, I think they need better updates with the guns. I feel like they should have a voting poll for people to test out something, because like the crossbow did not work out really well. It's a really slow weapon, and it only does up to 75 damage, right?
Yeah. It's the same thing with like the green tack and pistols and stuff. I mean, it's just like a matter of the range of guns you're going to have. But I mean, when it says it's a legendary or a rare crossbow, it's like I see that, I'm like, who cares? It's the same thing with miniguns.
I also think there should be more. I feel like the places that the recent update, what was it called? Lucky
Landing.
like you said that it has really bad loot. I feel like they need to fix that.
I
Like some
agree.
places have like nothing. Like what's it called?
We're going to be right back with part 10, guys. I'm sorry, my 15 minutes are up. I'll be right back.